Hi everybody, I thought I'd just touch base with you again today from a very chilly Cape Town. As you can see, I'm all in my snuggly warm fleecy tops and everything. Yeah, everybody's feeling it at the moment, but we're so grateful for the rain, which is wonderful. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about is the very sensitive subject of death and dying. Yeah, it's not an easy one to face, and people often ask me, why am I so passionate about this subject? Well, it's partly due to my own experience of having been the primary carer for a loved one who died 10 years ago now from throat cancer, and it was quite a journey, from diagnosis to 2 years later when he finally died. So it was a life-changing moment, obviously, for both of us in different ways. And that was the start of it, I suppose. I mean, I'd always been quite open to talking about death and dying before that happened. But it really brought it home to me just how vital it is to feel comfortable being able to talk about this, particularly with your loved ones. Because unfortunately, death is something that none of us can escape. It is going to visit us at some time or other. And quite frankly, I would rather be prepared for it as best I can be before it happens. Partly because I would love to have like a real Irish wake. I do not want my passing to be something mournful. I don't want dirges played, as they scatter my ashes or anything. I really want it to be a celebration of life, because I've been very fortunate. I've had a wonderful, exciting, challenging, adventurous life. So I am truly fortunate, and I want to acknowledge that, and I want other people who know me to understand that when my time comes, I will be okay with it. I can look back on my life and say, heart on hand, I haven't always got it right, but I've done my best. And where I haven't got it quite right, to those that I offended or upset or hurt in any way, I apologize most sincerely. It was not intentional. But the other part of it is the practical side of things. There are many aspects that have to be dealt with when a person passes away. And that often falls on their loved ones, their family, close friends, to deal with. And it can be very confusing and very frightening. And then you're also having to deal with the emotional aspect, of dealing with the loss and the grieving and so many other things. So if one can be sort of as prepared as you can for that event, it just makes it so much easier for everybody concerned. So that's the practical part. But then, of course, there is the part that I am most passionate about, and that is making sure that when the time comes, you know that you've said the things you've needed to say, you've expressed the things you needed to express, and that if there are unhealed wounds from your past, you can address them, so that the slate is pretty much clear by the time the day comes for you to transition to the other side. And this is where I would love to help. I work with tarot. I'm an intuitive energy rebalancer. I prefer not to use the word healer because I believe I am just a channel for the healing energy. So what I do is help people to uncover whatever still needs to be addressed, what healing might be needed, any aspects that might be blocking them, a fear, an old belief, anything that is just blocking them from finding peaceful acceptance of the fact that one day they will pass and cross over. And I do believe that if one can prepare ahead of time, that moment of passing will be made with far more ease and acceptance, and it will give comfort to those left behind. So please, I would love to have a conversation with you about this. Let's open up a dialogue. Please let me know your thoughts about all of this, because the more open and honest we are with one another, the more comfortable we will all become expressing our needs, our fears, our thoughts, our considerations about our own approaching end of life. So thank you for joining me here, and do please make contact with me. In the meantime, stay safe. I love you all. Blessings, blessings.